What's up, everybody? I know it's late in the night. Don't even know what time it is. It's 10 o'clock, I think. Probably a little bit later. Phone. What time is it? 10:44? Thank you. Thing's off by a minute. Anyway. So, what's up? Today, we're gonna be on What If Deku had a sacred gear. Now, I'll make something perfectly clear. The way he's gonna get... I know this is a bit of a spoiler warning, but the way Issei got the balance, his true balance breaker, through the very inappropriate method, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Izuku isn't gonna do that. I'm sorry, I had to burp and it came out as a fart. I apologize. Sorry, I was gonna drink. Anyway. While wiping my face.
There's something in the basement of doom. Minamo, you clean up here while I go look. Dr. Minto no is squeaky in Minamo. Minamo have idea. Minamo turn whole city into pickles.
Okay, so, yeah, that's not gonna happen. See, what's going to trigger his true balance breaker to activate is the same thing that would have triggered Issei's Juggernaut drive to activate. Pure, unadulterated rage. Because rage, yeah. Sorry, I know I'm a disgusting human being, don't mind me. I'm very gassy. Okay. So, the way that, Izuku's gonna even get the boosted gear in the first place is he's gonna be running to go save Bakugo, all that. The boosted, he activates the imperfect balance breaker, pulls Bakugo out of there, uses a dragon shot, and changes it from a completely clear day to thundering storms. Also, I'm adding, 5 characters from high school.
Whatever you heroes want, you won't get it from me. The only thing we want is to stop your evil plan.
Yeah, you better stop turning everything into pickles.
What are you talking about? I can't stop turning things into pickles when I haven't started yet.
Wait, you haven't pickled anything yet?
No! I mean, not like trying, but... Well, somebody has! Show me. Sweet mother of fish!
See?
Okay, sorry. The way that, the 5 characters that are gonna be here now are Rias. Yes, I'm making a video. Rias, Akano, Azia, Koneko, because Neko, and Zenobia. Yeah, my personal favorite characters from that anime. No, I may be allergic to cats, but I don't think cat people count. Well, from Himawari, I guess they do count, apparently, which is stupid, but then again, she started out as a cat. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, changing the subject. Sorry, I get a little distracted when I'm lost in thought. Sorry. Again, I will be, now that there is better recording audio available, the way that, he's gonna be training at Dagobah Beach after he realizes how to turn it on, his, the right arm. He's also going to be able to master the balance breaker. Not really master, but, he's almost there. He's able to use it for 5 minutes before it starts putting strain on his body, which I'm going to say is more than enough time to flex on anybody. He also has access to the Fang blaster things, the Rook mode, the Night mode, and that's about it so far. He hasn't even touched Juggernaut or Perfect Variant. All of those are imperfect. So he's a little, each form's a little bit weaker. Like not the Juggernaut. Why do I always say Juggernaut when I mean the Rook? The Rook form, it's a little bit smaller. Whenever he hits, it's a little bit weaker. The boost, I think it's called the booster driver? I don't remember, honestly. I need to look it up. The thing that Issa used in the last fight against, I don't even remember, I haven't even seen Hero. I'm gonna be honest with you, the only interesting thing I found about Hero is that he's able to promote his armor from Pawn to Knight to Rook to anything else. I don't think they have done Bishop yet, so I'm gonna count the laser beams as Bishop. So yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, there's music in the background. That's my sister's. Well, my other sister, who's playing her headphone music way too loud to where even I can hear it. I don't want to get copyright claimed till the police turn that down. I mean, if y'all want music in the background, I can hook y'all up. There's a lot of stuff I can do. But until then, until this video gets posted and y'all tell me, no music. Just me talking and a little bit of background noise. So when Izuku had finally finished, the 10 months of training, he was able to activate the, the normal balance breaker. But if he switched over to the Night, it would, decrease his time by a little bit. If he changed like his arm, it would only decrease it by a little bit. If you went full body transform, it would decrease it by like a minute or two, depending on which form he used and how long he was in that form and how strong the attacks were. You can also use boost. I'm gonna create a secondary boost, okay? So this boost is called full dragon boost. It's a thing that Izuku created while training with Drake. Basically, one boost, right? It's double the power. If it's not double the power, I'm making it double the power. Yeah, it's double the power, right? Well, this is like 5 boosts, so it's like 10 times the power, and it can be used every 5 seconds, unlike the normal boost, which Izuku can use at any time. He can just be like, alright, boost time, and then he says a number, and then Drake, you know, because Drake does exist, starts yelling, boost, 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 boost. Also, they'll all be trying out for UA, and they'll all get in. Who am I gonna kick? I'm gonna kick Mineta. Yeah, Mineta, Hakakure, so that's 2. I just need to kick out 3 more people. Ojiro. 2 more. Shoji. I don't mean to do that man dirty. And Kota. I think its name is Kota, not Koda. I think it's Kota or Kota. I don't know. There is a difference. The anti-voice guy. So that's 5. I'm sorry. Now there's a lot more girls than guys. I feel kind of bad because I'm giving him a harem of 5 people. Although, when he does Master Juggernaut, I'm gonna make a meme. I'm a meme. I'm gonna be a meme. Also, yes, he is gonna be able to master Juggernaut without having the cost of a few years lost. Also, the White Dragon does exist, but he's gonna have a harem of 6. She's gonna be a villain. Yeah, you heard me right. It's a, yeah. Who should I make it? There's not a lot of female villains, actually. I think we've only met Toga. Well, there's that red-haired girl from Heroes Rising, but I'm not counting her. She was in 1 movie. Toga's been in pretty much the entire series. From like season 1 up until whatever season we're on now. Screw it. Megan Shigaraki, a girl. Because, why not, dude? Why not, brother? Anyway, Izuku's also not gonna get 1 for all. Even if he did, it wouldn't be good. Because it would screw with his, magic. Also, if I didn't explain it earlier, all of the, girls' magic is the same as their quirks are the exact same as in their canon. So, Zenobia has... What is that one thing called? I think it was something like... It wasn't Heaven Health. I know it wasn't Heaven Health. Durandal. That's the name. Got it. Durandal. Yep. It's Durandal. So, she has Durandal, along with, like, the ability to make them more, you know, this other holy swords to just be, like, boom, attached. And zoom, complete annihilation. So, Izuku, when it was time for the start of the UA festival, not the festival, the entrance exam, he was like, I, Drake, get me as many boosts as I'm able to use. Also, the dragon boost, they may give him, like, it's like, they're 10 boosts in 1. I'm changing it, they're like 10 boosts in 1. But like I said, they have a 5-second cooldown. Izuku can use normal boosts in between, so his maximum that he's gone to is 1,000. So it's like 2,000 plus times stronger. It's crazy. So Izuku gets to the front and he's like, all right. Also, if he wants to, he can create the armor pieces on his body, so he can like go arms and legs only or full body. And he goes, well, if he uses both arms and legs, you know, his speed and attack isn't increased, but, you know, his defense is doo-doo because his head is vulnerable, his chest from his shoulder to his elbows and from his hips to his knees are exposed. They're like normal skin. But then Izuku can like stretch his aura around his body. Basically, he uses the balance breaker as a last resort. Yeah, essentially, he uses it as an absolute last resort, as in if he absolutely needs to. Whenever last resort is, come on, we all should know. So, Izuku, after getting to the front, activates his boosted gear. I'm gonna say he reaches out with his right hand, and when he clenches it and turns it into a fist, the fire just explodes. And I'm gonna say he was holding his right arm where the dragon originated with his left hand. So it went to his left hand, and then he waved his arms down and caused, the fire to spread to his legs, and they caught on fire. When he put out the fire, it was the armor. He was like, alright, let's do this. As President Mike said, go, there's no countdowns in a real battle. And then Izuku just went, yeet. Because Drake can boost even without him having the armor equipped. Anyway, so he's already at 200 boosts, which is like a 400 times increase. So, I know I'm making him broken, I know I'm not giving you much plot, but I am extremely sorry. Look, I've done this 100 different times now, so I'm tired. I'm so done. Trust me, I had a plan to do what if Deku was a legendary Super Saiyan, and then someone interrupted me, so I just kind of threw that idea out the window. I did this twice. I was planning on doing what if Deku was a monster, what is that one anime's name? Where the boy can turn into a mascot dog thing that's made out of flesh. And a girl climbs inside of the mascot. You know that anime? If you don't know, I think it's called Gunflare? I don't know, something like that. It starts with a G. I don't know the English translated version, so I have no idea. Anyway, and then someone interrupted me when I was going to do that, or I couldn't think of a script, because it may not seem like it, but I do use a script. I occasionally go off script and continue. That's why I forget it. I create a script in my head, and then just speak what's on my brain script. And then just work with that moving forward. Anyway, back to the story. Anyway, sorry, I kind of have to talk really low because I don't want to wake up my parents, because I don't want to deal with being yelled at. I don't like being yelled at. It makes my head hurt. And again, it's 10 o'clock where I live, so I'd be pretty mad too if somebody woke me up at 10 o'clock by making too much noise. It's stupid. Anyway. Okay. So, when Izuku was running around, he threw a few, he's actually a martial artist because Drake been around a lot longer than any martial artist, so he knows true martial arts. Basically, Rock Lee. I'm playing. Although, Actually, that's a what if I've been wanting to do, but I totally forgot about it. Dude, what if Deku had regenerative immortality and had access to the 8 gates? Dude, that is genius. Because even if he used the 8th gate, he wouldn't die. He'd still, he would die, but come back because of the regenerative immortality. Ooh, I might have to do that. If you want me to do that, or any of the other 2 what ifs I said during this video, comment down below. Anyway, what did I say about me getting copyright claimed, child? Hello, child. I can hear music and I don't want to get copyright claimed, so if you could, please. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. My sisters listen to weird music. Anyway, so when Izuku had finally finished kicking literally that, all kicking and destroying all of the robots, pretty much all of the robots. He had already racked up 100 points, so he decided to stretch. He was like, man, that was a good exercise. Ooh, excuse me. No, that was not, he didn't do that. That was me. So he's stretching his legs, his arms, he's popping his fingers, because popping your fingers feels really good, and the sound is just so satisfying. Like if all my knuckles were unpopped, and you know what I mean, like it's so satisfying just to hear that crunch. It's like bubble wrap, like no cap, it's just bubble wrap, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I know I'm not the only one. Like, anyway, so Izuku, after a few minutes, had decided to be like, so I'm gonna just chill. So he jumps. Ooh, I should probably do that one. I need to do that too. That'd be cool. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out later. So when he lands on top of a building, he uses a 0 pointer, and then he transfers energy out of the, some of the energy in his body to his eyes so he can see what's going on. He sees, also, Izuku, Akano and all them, they know who Izuku is because Izuku's protected them from Bakugo and, like, people, not Bakugo specifically, but, like, people. Sorry. Something got caught in the throat. I don't know what it was. Anyway, so Izuku, after a few minutes, was like, I need to save them. Not a few minutes, he was like, I need to save them. So instantly, he's like, alright. He runs over there. He's jumping from building to building. Once he gets over there, he spin kicks the 0 pointer, which sends it back, not breaking it. And when he lands, he's like, alright, you guys get out of here. They weren't all under the same rubble, so he had to run around and lift the rubble off. He's like, you guys get out of here. I'll take care of this thing. Izuku realizes that if he doesn't stop this thing, it's putting more people in jeopardy. So he's like, maybe that's why it was made. He says that out loud, and they're like, what? He's like, don't worry about it. Go. I got it. So he's like, I was hoping I wouldn't have to use this. Oh, cotton candy for the ears, dude. I'm sorry. I popped the knuckles on my right hand. It was a complete accident, but it was, like, satisfying. Anyway, it was a satisfying pop. Don't judge me. So Izuku was like, alright. He got into he got into a stance and said, Welsh Dragon! He put his right hand in front of his, he puts his right hand in front of his face. Nah. Like, he reaches out with his hands, kinda, and then he yells, Welsh Dragon! balance breaker. No, he says balance breaker. So after he says that, all of the gems light up green. Like from the center, it starts spinning, and after a few seconds, all of it is lit up in green. And he's like, and then you hear Drake say, "Roast Dragon, balance breaker, scale mail." You know, and you could just see red, like a red fire, just start exploding out of where the armor ends, wrapping it around Izuku. And after a second, you see Izuku put his hands up, and then you could see green light emanate from the fire, and then it just all the fire disappear. And it looks like Issei's base Imperial, not Imperial, oh my god, I almost said Imperial Arms, Sacred Gear. So basically it looks like, you know, his normal Sacred Gear. Look up Red Dragon Balance Breaker or something. I don't freaking know. If you haven't seen High School DxD, go watch it. It's good. A little weird sometimes, but, you know, it's a good show. I personally love it. Mom is gonna kick her booty because she didn't clean the living room. She's gonna be mad. Ain't my job. I ain't getting in trouble for it. Well, I might get in trouble. I'm gonna do a little bit more work. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, Izuku, the armor wrapped around him, you know, the tail appeared, freaking moron, and tail shot out, you know, all that good jazz. Then you just see a red flash, just him vanish in a red flash, and then you just see something in front of the zero pointer with its hand extended, and, you know, Izuku was pretty much, you know, he was almost full up on boosts. He's like, alright, I'm gonna take this thing out with doing as minimal damage as possible. So he's like, you know what? I got a plan. You know, you see him disappear again.
My iPad so it doesn't fall while I plug this in.
Sure. So he says, okay, roast dragon. It's plugged in. Oh, stop. Welsh dragon. He says, Rook booster or something like that. I don't remember. Or strength booster. It uses not the Juggernaut. The Rook form. You know, the Rook armor hand to launch the thing into the air. And then he switches back to normal. And he, you know, makes the Fang blasters. And he says, turn to ash! Fang cannon! Dual Fang cannon! You know, Zuko had it locked on, and you hear Drag say, Dual Fang blaster! Dual Fang booster! Fire! You know, you just see the thing light up, and then just, boom, two beams just completely erase the zero pointer. And then you just see them retract back into the armor. You just see the barrels retract into like the joints and then just slide back into the armor. You know, Izuku noticed that he erased it so good that it was just falling dust. He's like, alright, I'm gonna take a break. You know, the armor shatters and he falls over. You know, you could hear Drake saying, partner, you okay? You know, you hear Izuku say, nap, need nap. You know, and he's like, oh, jeez, you overdid it again. You know, you see the girls run over there and like, Izuku, are you okay? You know, Asuka starts healing him. after Zenobia brings him to her because she is night, she is fast. If you're wondering why they couldn't escape, it's because it was kind of hard for them to move, so they couldn't really use their powers. If you're wondering how Ozia gets in, well, she has the ability to absorb energy and then output it as healing magic. So, like the divine dividing ability the Vanishing Dragon has, but she can expend it as healing energy instead of just releasing the energy. So, yeah. It's like divine dividing, but better a little. Anyway, Izuku, he was fully healed, and he was like, oh man, why am I here? He looks around and sees, Azia, kind of all of them. Izuku got up and he was like, oh man, why are these girls just always gravitating towards me? It's weird. Drake pipes up and he's like, if you wanted to, you could. And he's like, no, bad. Because Drake told Izuku how Issei got the perfect balance breaker. And Izuku was like, never going to happen, ever, in a billion years, never. That I couldn't do that. No. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. You don't want to know. Unless you do. If you do, okay. If you don't, oh, cool. If you do, just go watch High School DxD until 3rd season. 4th season is crap, in my opinion. The only cool thing we get is new abilities driven from perviness because of Issei being Issei. If you don't know what I mean, you will know what I mean eventually. So Izuku, after like a few minutes, after he got up, he got out of bed, out of the hospital bed, and woke them up. He was like, I'm going home. Y'all should too. Y'all don't want to get hurt. Y'all are gonna get hurt if y'all don't go home. It was the next week, a few weeks later. It was time to go to UA. He got dressed. They went outside. They got there as I was like, so you're the kid with the weird emitter transformation mutation quirk thing. He's like, well, I'd prefer if you called it a, Drake says, I'm not a quirk, you stupid idiot. Listen, I'm stronger. Honestly, me and my partner could probably wipe out all of your society in a few seconds. And again, that's if he used the Juggernaut, which he refuses to use because he has zero control over it. If he did, he'd probably be stronger than your number one. And again, his first time using the shattered variant of my balance breaker caused him to change the weather. Aizawa was like, so that was you? And he's like, yeah. Tell your quirk to shut up. And it says, Drake says again, I'm not a quirk. I'm a dragon. There's a difference. Stupid humans. Aizawa shot a glance like, oh, trying to block our alpha waves. That isn't gonna work. Like I said, I'm not a quirk. I'm something much more dangerous. It's like, Drake, can you shut up? You've painted a big enough target on us already. Telling idiot. He's like, what? They should know. You are the top dog. You're the strongest here. Heck, if they threw if the whole world threw everything they had at you, you'd probably survive. Probably. Pretty low chance, but still, you'd probably survive the way you are now. So then as I was like, okay, so what is this juggernaut you speak of? Izuku pipes up, well, technically, the juggernaut is the full variant of the balance breaker. How should I put this? Think of my balance breaker. You know, he uses magic to make a small variant out of, like, it's weird BS magic creation, BS of a tiny version. You know, he's like, that is the very diluted form of the Juggernaut. You know, as I was like, what? That thing was insane. Insanely strong. How is that the diluted version? He's like, oh, that is the weakest version. See, I have the imperfect or shattered variant, as he calls it. This thing is loud. Stop making noise, please. That's loud. Alright, go to bed. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to fix an air conditioner. Is the heater on? The heat is on. Does she want me to turn that off? She hasn't texted me anything about it. Anyway. So, Izuku, like, now, this is the diluted form. Imagine how immensely strong the Juggernaut form is. You know, Aizawa realizes that Drake over here is telling the truth. If he wanted to, he could probably level the planet. He's like, okay, so why can't you use your full power? Because I refuse to do what the last user did. And again, I want to become the strongest user. In the end, Aizawa was like, wait, there are multiple users? Drake pipes up, there's been at least 700 different, yeah, go to bed. There's been at least 700 different users of my partners. This guy, in 10 months, has already mastered the creation of he's already become a master in everything I've taught him. Only problem is he won't, for some reason, use he won't, it's gonna take him a lot longer than it normally would. No, sorry, hold on. Recollect. Okay. It's gonna take him a bit longer than it normally would for a user because he refuses to do what other users did. And Aizawa was like, okay. And then they're like, everyone's like, shh. So Baku jumps up. There's no way this quirkless loser is stronger than me. Izuku, about had enough of his crap, was like, you want to prove that theory, Katsuki? Aizawa says, quiet. You know what? Let's see who's the toughest. All of you, outside. And he says, we're going to be doing a quirk apprehension test, Izuku, since you got the high score, you go first. He's like, alright. He's like, how am I going to do this? Hey, Drake. Drake goes, yeah? Use the experimental boost that I've been asking you about. The one that condenses all of your energy into a single point and then multiplies it 100-fold and then sends it back all throughout your body. The one that's going to take me a little bit to use. It's like, yeah, that's the one. He says, give me 1 second. They see the green orb, the green light that started appearing from his right hand. And, he says, boost! you know, and the thing lights up and it says, Boost Multiplier 100! Boosted gear! Explosion! You know, the boosted gear appears. The symbol of the dragon lights up, and it's, you know, once it lights up, Izuku smacks, you know, he makes his arms clash, which causes the gauntlets to appear, and then he, you know, he lifts up his foot and slams it into the ground, cracking the ground, creating the boots, both of the boots, because I don't feel like making him do it twice. Anyway, and he's like, toss him the ball, you know. Izuku catches the ball, and he's, you know, you hear Dre going, boost, 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 boost. You know, Izuku's like, alright, that's enough. So he gets into a, you know, like a baseball pitcher's throw. You know, he uses a dragon shot. He's like, dragon shot. You know, he throws the ball. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's already past infinity. It's gone. It's, you know, it hits infinity and then just says error, and then it just completely vanishes. That's how hard he threw that ball. He's like, as I was like, what did you do to that ball? He's like, I charged it with enough energy to, let's see, be a little bit more specific, because it could be my immense strength or the dragon shot. Explain the dragon shot. Okay, so I condense, you know the thing that my right arm says? Yeah, boost. Exactly. See, the boost is technically a multiplier of 2. Every 1 boost, it doubles my power. I can use a boost as many times as I want. I've created 2 other variants. One's in the experimental stage, one I've mastered. The other one is the one I created and mastered is called the Dragon Boost. The other one, I haven't come up with a name for it yet. The Dragon Boost is 10 normal boosts all at once. It's a huge jump in power, but depending on how my physical state, it could overload me, or it could be the thing that saves me from dying, because it also boosts my durability. Anyway, the other one is essentially 100 in 1. That was actually my first time putting it to the test. Apparently it worked. The dragon shot is just condensed energy created from the boosts. Any excess energy that my body doesn't need is stored up in my body. I can release it in any way I see fit. That's actually what creates this. You know, he activates the boosted gear. You know what I mean? Like the pile bunker, pile bunker, or whatever it's called. The giant arm thing that launches a spike when he wants to. It's like the Rook armor thing or whatever. He's like, with this, I can essentially break through any wall. Watch. He proceeds to walk over to a wall, holds it up against it, and he says, driver! You know, it winds back, and then 2 springs launch out, and it just slams right through the wall. And he's like, you know, when he pulls back his arm, the wall, he makes it disappear and holds out his hand to the wall and fixes it, because magic. Anyway, he's like, I can do a lot more. Knight. You know, he changes his feet into the knight leg variant, which increases his speed. This is called the knight variant. The knight. Not like good knight, the knight that protects a castle variant. It increases my speed. The other one I call driver. I should probably be a little bit more quiet. I should probably move to a different area of my house. Yeah, this should be good. I gotta pee. No, I can hold it. Those were good. Anyway, so Izuku, after explaining, how his abilities work, not caring how, explaining how he got the strong, not caring to explain how he uses his abilities, and yeah, you know what I mean. So he eventually, he does get first place. Bako's like, how did this quirkless no one turn into this monster? The way Izuku is going to get the perfected version, like I said in the beginning, he's gonna have to experience true anger, which is coming up right now. Actually, how long is this video? Sorry, I was looking at it. It looked cool. So, anyway. So, Izuku, after a few, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't for something I drank, I'd probably be knocked out. Like, full slip. There we go. Excuse me. I got some water. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, Izuku... Oh, wow. There we go. We're good. Okay. Izuku had finally been done dealing with Katsuki. They were pit up against each other in the mock battles or whatever. Zuku, Katsuki accidentally released an explosion towards Rias because he's working with Rias. And when Izuku saw this, he's finally snapped. He was like, "You did." His energy exploded. He turned, he got the improved balance breaker, and they won. Because he was so mad that All Might had to stop the fight, or they probably would have died. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to the USJ, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be a good day. That's gonna be a fun fight to watch unfold. Anyway, so yeah, he has the ability to fly now. He has the ability to go into balance breaker mode for as long as he wants. He still needs to experience he needs to experience true dread. It's not, well, he experienced rage, but not pure, unalterated rage. That's going to be the key to his juggernaut, to his true potential. Anyway. So, C's are cool and D's don't get degrees. That's what I've learned. Anyway, trying to think. Ah. Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking about something. Ow. When I got to the US degree, you know, him and the 5 girls got teleported to the ocean zone. The ocean zone. Remember, female Shigaraki has the white dragon. So Drake's like, the white dragon's here. And it sends a presence earlier, but, you know, they are here. Oh, I'm about to do this man really dirty. Oh, I feel kind of bad for what I'm about to do to him. Anyway, so when they get back to the shore, he sees Eraserhead getting his butt busted. You know, he steps in and he's like, wait a minute, green hair? You know, actually, I remember killing this green-haired woman. You know, Izuku's like, you know, his eyes widen. He's like, yeah, what was her name, Chirigiri? And he says, I do believe the license we got off of her body that we turned into a Nomu was Inko Midoriya. I'm sorry, it's the only way, okay? It's one of the only ways. I didn't want to kill anyone yet. You know, Izuku was like, you killed my mom. You know, the Vanishing Dragon spoke up like, wait, is that the Red Dragon? You need to run. You know, the wings appear, and it's like, you need to run. You know, she's like, why? He's just a weakling hero. No, that boosted gear responds very strongly to emotions. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the user. You've just royally made him royally angry. You know, and I'm gonna say the girls tried to run up to him, and she said, "No, Moo, kill them." You know, he backhanded him into a wall, and after Izuku saw this, you know, he started laughing. You know, the arm appeared, saying, "Partner, you need to calm down. It's getting pretty hot in here." You know, the light started turning red instead of green. You know, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to hurt anybody today. You know, I was really, really hoping I'd have a good day today. You signed a death wish. You know, and hold on, I will be right. Okay, got it. I'm about to awaken. Heard on. Dang it. Okay, I, who am about to awaken. You know, they hear voices that are seeping out of the armor. Also, he went, like, full armor mode. I am the heavenly dragon who stole the principles of domination from God. You know, I laugh at the infinite and grieve at the dream. I shall become the red dragon of domination and sink you. I shall sink you into the depths of crimson purgatory. Juggernaut Drive. So, yeah, then red energy just explodes off of him. He grows bone-like wings. You know, he starts looking like a dragon. He looking pretty scary. Anyway. And then, you know, sorry, I'm looking through a lot of this stuff. Okay, sorry. You know, there's the boo, you know, it starts screaming, boost, boost, boost. You know, there's like 100 of those going extremely quickly. Why is my leg so itchy? Right above my knee is like super itchy for no reason. You know, the chest starts opening up, revealing a singular orb that then extends to... Okay, I'm still recording. I'm good. And, you know, it screams, Longinus Smasher! Yeah. Which erases Noma. And it, you know, it's going straight towards Kurogiri and Shigaraki. You know, Kurogiri yells, divide! It quite literally does nothing. Not quite literally, but it hardly does anything. Barely does anything. You know, what's the Vanishing Dragon's name? I don't know. It yells, you fool! It won't do anything! You're too weak! You can't fight that! You know. And then, you know, Kurogiri's like, well, time to dip. Yeah. Yeah, he was completely screwed. Anyway, Izuku, you know, he's howling. Only the girls can the girls in Eraser, understand what Izuku's saying for some reason. He's saying, I'll hunt you down and erase you from existence! You darn vanishing dragon! You know, then, I'm gonna say, you know, he still has part of, you know, Drake has control of the fraction that Issei stole from Bali in the high school universe. You know, when he says, divide, and he starts sapping the power away from Izuku, and he's like, no. The girls run over and they're like, Izuku, calm down, and he, you know, he starts calming down. And once he, you know, fully shatters out of the form, he's like, knockout. Like, he done. It's a wrap. He done. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this part. I do hope you guys enjoy, and